Good morning, everybody. Hope you're off to a great start today and hope you had a great last week. I wanted to share with you just something that God's just been really dealing with me on lately. And yesterday we were able to some sense kind of get a head start on things. But we have been dealing with just some things that's within our community. And so, as a church, we have come together and we had some wonderful people that were able to come in yesterday and share things. And we're just trying to raise awareness and help parents and students to be proactive in the things that they're being faced with drugs and alcohol and things like that. And had a great response from it. Had a great turnout. But to me, I feel like just like with the storm that's coming, everybody is running around and trying to get prepared and rightfully so. Get your waters, get your food, get your batteries, that kind of thing. And we need to be we need to be getting prepared, but it's the same thing with what we're trying to create within the community, and hopefully this will be something that gets spread worldwide, just to be able to help educate parents and students as far as what to look for and how to help when they do run into those type of things. But just like the storm though that's coming, I feel like a lot of times in our life that we either fall into one or the two categories, and sadly we see it a lot. But if you think about when you watch the news and stuff, and maybe maybe you fall into and you'll fall into one of these categories, and hopefully I don't offend you with the categories and what I say, but that's not my intention by no means. But just like with what we're doing within our church, I pray that I can be a voice to help raise awareness, and to become, to help you to see the importance of becoming proactive just in general. But you have two types of people, and so when a hurricane's coming, you have those people that run out and they get overly prepared. That's me. My mama taught me, fill up the bathtubs, fill up the sinks. You fill everything up with water, and so I've always been taught to be overly prepared. It's not out of fear, because to be quite honest with you, I kind of have this weird, like, I like storms. I don't know, not in a way that I want anybody hurt, but I think I just kind of like the excitement of the storm. So I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but then you also have those people that are just kind of nonchalant, like, well, it's going to go around us. It's nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. It'll work out. And the next thing you know, the rescue boats are having to get them off their rooftops. And it's just sad to me, because I feel like in our life, that's kind of, you have, those two categories. You're either that person that you're proactive and you want to be on top of things and you want to make sure that you're 5 days ahead of the game, or you're that person that just kind of waits till the last minute, and you just kind of don't really think about being prepared and things like that until it's too late, and now you run into the problem of needing to be rescued or needing someone to help you out. And so with that being said, I feel like in Luke 21 verse 36, it says, "Be always on the watch and pray that you may be able to escape all that is about to happen, and that you may be able to stand before the Son of Man." And throughout the Bible, there's all kinds of scriptures about being watchful and pray and be vigilant. and I believe that God wants us to be prepared. I think that just like the storm that's coming, you could look at that as a spiritual storm. We face spiritual storms all the time, and it's not just a financial storm, a marriage storm, your children's storm, sickness storm, anything in our life that kind of comes upon us like an attack. That can also classify as a spiritual storm. And I guess the question is, are you looking for the signs of that storm? And are you being vigilant? Are you, being proactive against that storm, being prepared for that storm that's going to hit? Because sometimes the storm is inevitable. Sometimes the storm has to happen. And when that storm hits, are you prepared? Are you prepared, for the backlash of that storm? I feel like sometimes, and please, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but sometimes we can, as parents, sometimes as, just people in general, we can sometimes become so just nonchalant with life and with the storms that are coming, that when the storm comes, we're hit so hard and we're devastated so hard that we don't know what to do, because now you weren't prepared, you weren't watchful, and now you've got to wait for somebody else to come in and rescue you and help you. And I don't believe that's God's intentions. I believe that yes, God is a rescuing God, and God will send out the lifeboats. He will. But God has given us guidelines and has spoken, word for word for word, be vigilant, be prayed up, be prepared, be watchful. He doesn't want us to, close our eyes and hope that it all goes away. When I used to do hide and go seek when I was a kid, I would get in the closet and I would hide. And I remember I would just keep my hands over my eyes and close my eyes. And even though when somebody came and found me, I felt like if I had my eyes closed, if I couldn't see them, they couldn't see me, and they would go away. Well, I think sometimes in today's world, we can find ourselves doing that, because sometimes it's easier to keep our eyes closed. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's easier to not face, the opposition that's coming against us, and we have to. I feel like God's created us to be warriors, and God's created us to be soldiers in His army, and that's in the Word too. And He has given us the instructions, and He has given us the game plan, so to speak, on how to face those giants, how to face those storms. And he says to be of good courage. Don't, we're not supposed to cower down. We're not supposed to close our eyes and hope all goes away. So I just want to encourage you, because, this is something that, while we may have a storm coming, God didn't create us to be defeated, and He didn't create us to be cowards either, and to run and hide from, and be in fear. That's not what He created us to be. And I just want to encourage you this morning that whatever storm that you're facing, put on your armor, get in your word, get on your knees, begin to pray, begin to, speak victory over that, begin to speak life over that. We may get hit with this storm, and we may suffer devastation from this storm, because sometimes that just happens. But I know that no matter what devastation that we may suffer, I know that God has created us, and He has prepared us, and He has a plan for us, and that, throughout all of it, that God will send in the lifeboats. And just don't take your eyes off of what's coming. Be prepared. Don't try and hide from it, and don't wait. I mean, if we right now, we're sitting in a community that sometimes I feel like we have failed. We have failed our children. We have failed our community, because sometimes people don't realize just how proactive that we do need to be, and really what's going on around us until something hits. And I don't want to be that person. I want to be, 10 steps ahead and I want to be, proactive to a point that it keeps, it can keep some things from happening. While I can't steer a storm, but I can help prepare those around me to face the storm. And that's my goal, with these teenagers and what they're facing in school, and what they're facing sometimes within their own homes. I just want to prepare them on how to handle that and how to go before God and seek guidance from God and wisdom from God. And at the end of the day, God will get the glory and God will get the honor for that. So, whatever it is that maybe you're facing something, and maybe fear is holding you back. Maybe fear, and maybe that's what some of it is. Maybe people are fearful, and sometimes we become frozen in that fear and we don't know what to do. I know that we have a God that has already given us a roadmap, and He's already equipped us, and He gave us full armor. He didn't miss a piece. And so just take it to Him and know that, through everything, no matter what storm is facing you, that, face it. Don't run from it, because God didn't create us to run. He created us to face our giants. And so be prepared, be safe. All of my people that are local, go get prepared. God will take care of you, but He's also given you the means to be able to help yourself too. Go get some water, go get some batteries, go get some food, because we do need to take these storms seriously. Storms in our life too need to be taken seriously, and we as a generation need to stop sweeping things under the rug, and we need to realize the seriousness of things that are around us. So be watchful and pray, and never take your eyes off of God, but also just because you might not see something coming doesn't mean that it's not there. So just be prayed up, be ready, and thank you guys for always listening in, and love you and appreciate each and every one of you. Amen.